We up, we live. I don't know who all's jumping in, so I'm gonna just jump on ahead and do this. First of all, what's going on, people? This your boy Eric from AFNB Pictures, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk. Now, usually with these episodes, I try to pick certain topics, like top five this, top that, this versus this versus that. This one, I'm gonna get a little, not personal, maybe a little personal, but definitely gonna get a little more deep with this one. I want to talk about a couple things, obviously, because that's why we're here. The first thing that I want to talk about is the thing that we all go through in life. I mean, we all fit into one of these two categories. As I always said, there's two types of people in this world. You have empaths, which the term for that is empathy, and you have narcissists. So you got empaths and you got narcissists. They're different, mostly different. In some ways, a little similar. They're kind of the yin to the yang because empaths and narcissists, in a lot of ways, balance each other out. But it's always the question of where do we fit in? What category do we fit in? Are you an empath or are you a narcissist? Both terms, they have definitions to them. With a lot of this, I really don't go by, the professional definition for it. There's a professional definition for empath and there's a professional definition for a narcissist. The way I break it down is this. Empaths are people who understand. Narcissists are people who don't understand. And by understand, I mean to understand is to have the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Let's say you come across a person, you've never met them before, and they have a bad attitude. You ask them a question, they immediately just give you crap. They're right up on you. They snap at you. They're loud. They're abrasive. They're aggressive with the way they respond to you. You don't understand why. You don't literally understand why, but at the same time, you try to put yourself in that person's shoes. Maybe this person's having a bad day. Maybe they just went through a breakup. Maybe they just lost a loved one. Maybe they just got demoted, or maybe they just lost their job. You don't know. You don't know what this person's going through in their life. So you let it slide. You let them just like, okay, man, you obviously going through something. I'm gonna let you go ahead on about your business. Go ahead, do your thing, man. I'm just gonna walk away. Because you understand, you might be one bad day away from being that person. Once again, you don't know what they're going through, but you understand that they're going through something. That's empathy. That's showing empathy. Another example of empathy is, and I have this, I'm sure a lot of people have this. Have you ever felt somebody else's energy? Have you ever felt the energy of a room full of people? That you can feel like who's mad, who's happy, who's sad, who's pissed off. You know what I mean? Like you get it, but you feel it. Like you feel that shit. You deep down, it's like, man, and that energy wears off onto you. It's literally just sucking onto you. And now whatever energy they're feeling, you're feeling that too. And if it's positive energy, you're going to feel positive. If it's negative, it's going to drain you. It is going to drain damn near the life out of you. But you feel it regardless. You feel that energy. This is empathy. That's empathy 101, man. It's feeling and understanding. Empathy is feeling and understanding. Now, if that's empathy, then narcissism is clearly the opposite. Narcissism is not understanding and not caring. Because at the end of the day, in a narcissist's eyes, no matter what happened to you, it is all about them. It does not matter. It doesn't matter if they did something to you personally. They could do something to you personally. They could push and push and push and push you away to the point where you're ready to just say, okay, I'm out. I can't do it. They pull you back in by subject shifting, taking everything that they did wrong to you and reverting it back on them. You can't do this to me. What do you mean? Yeah, okay, so I did some wrong stuff. All right, but still, what about me? What about what I'm going through? You what about what I'm going through? What about me? It's always what about me? What about me? What about me? Narcissists are me, me, me. Empaths are, you know what? What about them? What about them? Empaths are always looking out for people. They always are. Most of the time, they're the best listeners. Because when you talk to them, they don't talk back. They listen. And that's a very hard thing to find nowadays. It's very hard to find somebody who actually listens to you. It really is. Because a lot of people, and we've all been guilty of this. I've been guilty of it. And it's a common trait. This is what I mean when it's hard to find, what category you fit in. Because empaths have narcissistic traits. Narcissists have empathy. They have senses of empathy, like traits of empathy. That's the word I was looking for. But we've all been guilty of subject shifting. Excuse my broken English. An example: somebody comes up to you, say, "Yeah, you can tell they're down. Hey, man, what's going on? Oh, man, so and so just passed away. I just lost a loved one. Oh, man, that's losing somebody can be tough. I remember the first time, that I lost somebody. And once again, here we are. Now we're back to me. Because in a weird way, we feel that taking their loss and making it about us, we're not doing it intentionally. We're not doing it to intentionally throw shade on what somebody's going through. It's just something that is just embedded in the human psyche. Is a strange means of just psychology. Like this, in our mind, it is our way of saying, we understand. I understand. I remember when I first went through that. And now you have to hear a story about me. Now you have to hear my story. Because what you just went through, that's going to get put on the back burner right now, because I feel like this is going to help you. It's going to help you by focusing on me. It doesn't. It doesn't. And if you want to be a good listener, you got to stop. You got to learn how to stop that, man, because it's real easy to slip. That's the thing about narcissism. It's very easy to slip into that. It's very easy to go from empath to narcissist. That's why I really don't feel like there's a real line between the two. And if it is, it's very thin. It's a very thin line between empathy and narcissism. And it's very easy to cross over to that side. It's super easy, man. But it's also easy to cross back over to the path of empathy. It is. All you got to do is put yourself in that person's shoes. Jane Elliott. For those who don't know who Jane Elliott is, she's an anti-racism educator. Yeah, look her up. And I can do a whole video about her. Just look her up. All you got to do, go on YouTube, type in Jane Elliott brown eye, blue eye experiment. It's probably it's one of the most educational things you could ever watch. But Jane Elliott said that her father once told her, never judge somebody until you've walked a mile in their shoes. That's some real shit. That is the realest shit you could ever hear. And I'll say it again. Never judge somebody until you have walked a mile in their shoes. Plain and simple. You don't know what everybody went through. And unless you yourself have gone through what they've been through, either shut up and leave them alone, or shut up and listen to what they got to say. Listen to what they're going through. Find out what they're going through. Talking to somebody. If two people can't talk something out, come on, man. If me and you can't talk something out, we can't be civil and have a conversation without getting aggressive. If I can't do that with you, I have no business talking to you. I don't want to talk to you at all. I got no business associating with you if all you're going to do is either be aggressive, subject shift, make it about you. I'm just going to stop talking. You know what? When you're done, I'm going to walk away. It's that simple, man. So yeah, thin line. It's a very thin line. It's easy to cross over, but it's even easier to cross back. All you got to do is just stop. Just stop. And by stop, I mean just stop doing that. Just stop. You know, put yourself in somebody else's shoes. I'm sure your parents have told you that before. You know what? Put yourself in that person's shoes. You know, they might be going through something. They might be going through something. Baby, there's starving kids in Africa right now. You think you got it bad? They might have it worse. Those kids, they ain't got no home. All of our parents have told us this when we've had our moments of being spoiled. I mean, come on. Some of our earliest stages of narcissism are as kids. But that's the thing. You can't call a kid a narcissist. Hold on, my light just shut off. Hold on a second. Technical difficulties. I wonder if this works. Oh shit, that actually does. Hold on. Natural lighting just might do the trick. Does it? Let's see. Does it? A little bit. Maybe. Actually, yeah, that does look good. That does look a little bit better. All right, I like that. Yeah, I fucks with it. What was I talking about? Oh, empathy, narcissism in kids. You can't really call a kid a narcissist because they're children. They don't know, but in a child's eyes, it's like, yes, it's me. It's me time. Me. They're kids, man. You know what I mean? There's very few examples of kids that truly know how to just listen. Just listen. Just be quiet and listen. You try to get a kid to be quiet and listen and get out of play mode. Breaking a kid out of play mode, that's the hardest thing ever. Hardest thing ever. That's like telling a kid to not be a kid. That's why kids get a pass when they say something ignorant, or if they say something that comes off as mean, or if they say something that might come off as a little racist. They're children. Of course they're going to get a pass because they don't know any better. You are a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman. You're an adult. Let's just say that. Gender neutral. You are an adult. You a grown-ass adult, and you don't know about respect, about empathy, about being able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You don't know how to think before you speak. If you're an adult and you don't know how to think before you speak, man, come on, man. Then you got bigger problems. You got way bigger problems than trying to understand the difference between empathy and narcissism. If you don't have common sense, then maybe you need to go back to learning about shapes and colors, which we might cover in the next video. But that's the thing. Kids get a pass. Kids are allowed to be immature. Kids are allowed to be slightly ignorant. Kids are allowed to be loud. Kids are allowed to just play because they're kids. Grown folks, we don't get that. We got shit like bills, car note, you know what I'm saying? Jobs. Let me try to throw a temper tantrum at my job. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Guarantee you my ass is getting fired. That's it. Like, you know what? Be a kid. We don't need you. Get out. Empathy and narcissism. Once again, thin line. Easy to cross over, easier to cross back. It's real easy to cross back. It's real easy to break out of a bad habit. It is. Now, it's obviously easier said than done, but it's easier to do than you think. All you got to do is a situation. You are in a situation, assess the situation, and get yourself out of that situation. That's the best bet. If you assess the situation and figure out how to get yourself out of that situation and into a better one, it's that simple. It's all you got to figure out. Which slightly leads me into the next topic. Like I said, there's going to be two topics today. Both are going to be, this one might be a little bit more personal, but also at the same time, it kind of goes hand in hand with empathy and narcissism. Remember when I said empaths and narcissists, yin and yang. Empaths always end up meeting narcissists, and most of the time, an empath usually ends up falling for a narcissist. Which brings me into my next topic. Victims, survivors. Which one's got it better? Which one has it easier in this day and age? Because I feel like nowadays, well, actually more nowadays, being a victim of any kind of situation, it doesn't matter what it is. It seems like being a victim is almost, hold on, let me turn it down. What happens when you got too much background noise? Being a victim nowadays, it's so easy. It's easier than it's ever been, and it's almost more profitable now than it's ever been. It really is. And I don't always like being a victim blamer. I don't. I really don't like doing that. But I feel like in a lot of situations nowadays, people realize that playing the victim is so much easier than being a survivor. I really do feel that they think that, because let's look at it. Playing a victim, how should I put it? I'm really trying to do this without hurting feelings, but I really feel like I'm going to have to hurt feelings on this. Victims get more publicity. They get more publicity because everybody nowadays loves a good sob story. Everyone loves a good sob story. Well, I was this, I was that, I was abused as a child. I've been through trauma. I've been through this. I've been through things in my life which allows me now to be the spoiled brat or whatever that I am today. Everything that if you think I'm a bad person, well, you don't know what I've been through. That's one of the easiest arguments. That's one of the easiest comebacks that people come up with whenever they argue with somebody. And whenever 9 times out of 10 is when they're about to get called out on their bullshit. A lot of people that are getting called out on their bullshit, they like to go back to that. Because it's easy to live in the past. It's easy to use the past as a crutch. That's what a lot of play victims are good at. Like, a lot of play victims, like, you don't know what real victims are. True victims, people that have been true victims of bad circumstances, 9 times out of 10, they cross over and they become survivors. Because they tell themselves, I'm not going to be in that situation anymore. They're not telling the world. They're telling themselves. They're doing what a lot of people have probably told them they need to do. Go in the mirror and take a long, hard look at yourself and ask yourself this question. Do I want to be this person for the rest of my life? Do I want to be the boy that cry wolf? Do I want to be the narcissist that just weasels my way back into people's lives just to ruin them all over again? Do I want to be this person? Do I want to be a junkie for the rest of my life? Do I want to be an alcoholic for the rest of my life? You know what I mean? In one way or another. Thank you, Dad. Exactly. Thank you. Nah, hold on. We bringing that back up. Nope. So far, this is comment of the night. My man. In one way or another, Everyone is broken. It's what you do to improve. Exactly. It's what you do to improve yourself. What you do. I've said this to so many people. The only person that can fix you is you. Whatever dark place you in, you are the only person that can get yourself out of that place. You can go to anybody you want. You can go to your friends, you can go to your doctors, you can go to your therapist, your nurse, your mother, whoever. All they can do is listen to you. They can't fix you. You got to fix yourself. And this is something that that true victims understand. People that have been victims for real, they get that. Those are the ones that made the conscientious decision. I'm not going to take this shit anymore. It's time to wake up and I'm going to make a change for myself. I'm going to better myself. You're tired of being fat. Go to the gym. Start exercising. You know? You're tired of looking like a bum. Okay. Work harder. Get better clothes. Take some dressing tips. Whatever. I'm tired of people making fun of my cooking or whatever. Okay, learn how to cook. Shit. Learn how to cook something besides, spaghetti and cut up hot dogs. Learn. You tired of something, change it. I'm tired of being broke. Okay, get a job. Or find a better job. I'm tired of, man, every time I come to work, man, my boss will never give me no raise. Man, they'll never give me no money. Okay, then you're obviously unappreciated at your job and you need to look for another one. It's really that simple. If you go to the same place and complain day after day after day after day, guess what, man? You part of the problem now. You're part of your own problem. Assess the situation and get yourself out of it. That's how victims become survivors. That's truly how victims become survivors. Victims that choose not to do anything about it, those are play victims, and all they like is the attention. That's all they want. Because they know that they're going to get coddled. It's real easy to coddle somebody. It's hard to stop coddling somebody. Because especially if you're an empath and you feel sorry, because obviously you feel sorry for what this person is going through. So yeah, but now they see that. They see that you're going to coddle them. They see that you're going to baby them. And guess what? They're going to keep going back to you. When everybody else turns on them, who are they going to come by? All roads are going to lead right back to you. Now you are their security blanket. Now you got to put up with all of their shit. Now you got to take all the weight of their problems. You got to put it on you. And guess what that does to you? It drains you. It sucks the life out of you. But you don't want to say nothing. Just keep taking. And you just keep taking and taking and taking because you feel bad for this person. Become uncomfortable in facts. We do. Yeah, we are in a society. People are comfortable with their misery. And the reason a lot of people are comfortable with their misery is it has a lot to do with, well, what I'm on right now, social media. A girl can get cheated on and open up her TikTok, set up a camera, set up her light, and put on tears and cry for a whole 50 seconds. And she gets 1,000 likes. Oh my God, I'm sorry, sweetie. Stay strong, queen. You'll be okay. Guess what she just realized? Oh my God. I can make money off of being a victim. I don't need to survive. This is how I'm going to survive, by making everybody feel sorry for me. That's how I'm going to survive. Let me tell you something. If you can live with yourself doing that, you are a special type of narcissist that I can't even, I can't even touch that one. I really can't, because that's some low down shit. But there's people out there that are truly going through some shit and they're really trying to change. And they're struggling trying to change because they know how hard it is. It's hard. It's hard bettering yourself. If it were easy, everybody would be doing it. But it's hard to better yourself and better your life. It really is. But they trying every day. Every single day they get up and they try to be the best version of themselves. And here you come with your little 15,000 views and your subscribers, and your fake ass tears, and here you come just playing the victim day in and day in and day out. Everything that somebody does to you is their fault. It's never your fault. It's never your fault. Everybody's an asshole, or every girl you dated was a bitch. Every dude you dated was an asshole. Let me tell you something, man. If everybody that is coming to your life, if you say they're all assholes, man, hey, maybe you are. You know? Too busy trying to hold on. This is why I rolls with my friends. My friends are always. This is why I associate with people who understand. Shout out to David Johnson. This is why I roll with people that get it. That's because she needs attention. Yep, we're busy trying to get love from others, and we should be loving ourselves. Yeah, that's the thing. If you don't love yourself, how can anybody else love you? Ask yourself that question. If you can't love yourself, how can somebody else love you? How can somebody be happy for you if you're not happy with yourself? Self-love. Even if you gotta look at yourself in the mirror every day and just say, you know what, I love myself. I love myself. That's why I tell a lot of people, like, whenever I go to work and I say good morning to people, like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, dude, hey, I'm here. Every day above ground is a good day. Which is true. It is. I try not to, I really do try. Whenever I clock into my job, I try as best I can not to be negative, even if I am in a bad mood. I'm not trying to put somebody else in a bad mood. If I'm in that bad of a mood to whereas I can't be around people, I'll either just call off or just not leave the house. Like I don't want to see anybody. That's it. Because I don't want to ruin somebody else's day. Why would I want to ruin somebody else's day by complaining the whole time? Why would I want to do that? You got a room full of people partying, and here you come, the party pooper, as our parents will say. You're the proverbial party pooper. You just want to ruin the whole thing. Why would you want to do that? Yeah. Like why? Like why? Like I always tell people, like, dude, what? Just try your best. However, if you're good today, try to be great tomorrow. Just be a better version of who you were yesterday. Just try. Just try. It may not happen, but try. That's all. If you're truly, like I said, if you're truly tired of being a victim, change it. You're in a toxic relationship. Okay, it's going to be hard, but you know this is not healthy for you. So try to get out. Work on getting out. Don't work on making everybody else feel sorry for you. Fight. Get out of that situation. Because if you don't, that shit might get fatal. And, well, hey, I've seen so many situations. I can't tell you how many situations that I've seen and heard about where a person does not get out of a toxic situation, and next thing you know, we're at their funeral. I told you this is going to get dark. I've seen it. My own two eyes. Everyone kept telling them, hey, you need to leave. Sweetheart, you need to leave them. You need to leave. It's going to get worse. You guys fight all the time. It's going to get fatal. And next thing you know, guess what? I think you can already put two and two together. Now you dressed in all black, standing over a coffin that's being buried. It's dark, but it's a reality. Toxic situations, man. Toxic is fatal. Toxic waste is fatal, right? Toxic situations are fatal as well. But if you truly want to get out, you're going to try to get out. If you don't, then you're just going to stick around because in some weird, twisted way, you've developed this Stockholm syndrome. A lot of times I feel like it's almost a Stockholm syndrome where it's just, they really don't want to get out because their mind, mentally, they're just so adjusted to this life. Somebody been doing drugs for like damn near their whole life. they're adjusted to it. Now it's just like they don't want to get better. They say they want to, but truly they don't want to because they're not trying. And they don't have anybody around them that's really helping them. If your friends ain't helping you, then they're not your friends. Just saying. If your friend can look at you ruin your life, there's always someone reach out to them. Exactly. Ain't no such thing as somebody that has nobody. There's always somebody out there that's willing to help you. I'm grateful for every single person that's in my life. I can honestly say that. I'm at a point in my life where I can honestly say, from family to friends, every single one of them, I am grateful for every single one of them. Truly. They know my door is always open, and I know their door is always open. Every single one of them. And I don't have to get on social media to say that every day. To tell them that every day. I don't have to, to convince them every day that I love them. And they don't have to convince me every day that they love me, because I know. And they know. And when you get to that type of comfort, man, it feels great. It really does. But let me tell you this, man. If you can watch your friend do drugs, amen, brother. Amen, David. If you can watch your friends ruin their life, like let's say you got a friend that's a drug addict. If you can watch them drink and do drugs, smoke heroin every day, if you can watch them ruin their life and not do anything, man, you ain't their friend. You might as well take them out yourself. I'm sorry. And it's vice versa. If your friends can watch you drink yourself into a coma every single night and just like, oh man, dude, he's so funny when he's drunk, man, he's hilarious. If your friends can watch you do that, they're not your friends. They're enabling your behavior like that. One of these days, they're going to watch you die. I don't know if I'm still alive. You're still allowed to say die on YouTube. I know YouTube, you can't say a lot of stuff, but if they're willing to watch you do that, man, they don't care about you. I'm sorry. They really don't care about you. That's as far as I can. Yeah, like I've never understood that. And I used to be that dude. Like I used to be the partier and drinker. Like I haven't touched a drink in it's been over almost what, 2 years? Maybe a little longer than that. Like a lot of things I've just made conscientious decisions to stop doing because I realized that I was doing them for all the wrong reasons. When you do stuff for all the wrong reasons, like you don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. Interventions, all the interventions all you want. You can do interventions with people. You can sit them down like, you need to do this. You need to get away from him. You need to do this. But guess what? Well, hey, if they don't want to help themselves, there you go. If they don't want to help themselves, there's not much you can do for them. All you can do is just pray for them and just walk away. Sometimes you got to turn your back on people. And I feel like that's one of the best ways to turn a true victim into a survivor. Is to just not acknowledge them for a while. Either love them from a distance or just turn your back on them. Sometimes you got to turn your back on people in order for them to become the best versions of themselves. Because let me tell you this, man. That's where that self-love comes in handy. This will teach somebody how to love themselves, is when they truly have nobody. I don't have nobody. I don't have anybody. Bullshit. You don't know what it's like to truly have nobody. I know people that have truly been alone, that have truly stared down the barrel of a gun and just contemplated. I know people that have been through that. And let me tell you something, today, They are the best versions of themselves because their friends and their family and their loved ones said, you know what? Hey, you want to do this to yourself? Go ahead, man. I tried everything I can to help you. I've tried and you just don't care. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just walk away. They got abandoned by everybody that they cared about. And let me tell you something, that was the revelation right there. That woke their ass up. And now they're all the best versions of themselves. They're making good money. They're driving nice cars. They got good clothes. They're helping people. They're not just greedy with their cash. They're helping other people better themselves. Some of them are even like, they'll post stuff just like, daily motivation, do this and that. Stay blessed, stay this. Like, dude, just do positive shit. They do positive things for their community. They're giving back to the people that have less than them because they know what it's like. That's not just a survivor, it's kind of a hero. They went from victims to survivors/heroes. They're helping other people. Why can't you do that? You can do it. It ain't going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Changing is not supposed to be easy. Surviving is not supposed to be easy. If living isn't even easy nowadays, what makes you think surviving is? But you know what is easy? I'll tell you what's easy. Staying a victim. That's the easiest thing in the world you can do. So easy. Exactly. One day at a time. I always tell people, every day above ground. You woke up today. So what are you going to do from there? Sure, you didn't wake up just to cry. Wake up and make some changes. Even if it's the smallest changes. It doesn't matter. Even if it's something as small as, hey, I mopped the floors in my kitchen today. I usually don't clean the house, but I mopped the floors. Great. All right. What else you got? There's 24 hours in a day. And from my count, you have exactly 22 hours left. So what are you going to do? Little things, man. Baby steps. That's all. Just baby steps. Baby steps to becoming a better version of yourself. It can still be done. You know what I mean? That's the other thing a lot of people don't understand. It's just they don't get it. And that's what a lot of play victims, and I do say play victims. Because, dude, if you've been this much of a victim damn near your whole life and you haven't done anything to change it, man, you must like it. And if you like it, hey, I love it. So, like, come on. But at the end of the day, there's got to be some kind of point where you realize, like, man, this sucks. This really sucks. Man, am I really doing this to myself? Is this all that I'm doing? I'm just waking up and going through just the same shit, and I'm suffering. At some point, you got to take some kind of accountability. That's all I'm saying. I forgot where I was going to go after that. But yeah, that was kind of my little personal rant for the night. Yeah, I'm not really good at closing a lot of these. Usually I just go off in tangents, and even if you have to go one step, hell yeah, if you have to go one step at a time, one step at a time. Don't the doctors will tell you that, the therapists will tell you that, one day at a time. Your friends and family will tell you that, man, just take it one day at a time. Ain't nothing gonna happen overnight. And I think a lot of us, because even I'm sometimes guilty of that with, my workouts and stuff like that. There'll be days where I'll see improvement, and then there'll be days where I don't see improvement. It's easy to get discouraged with anything that you're doing. I mean, hell, I've been in filmmaking since freaking 2013, man, and I'm still trying to make it. There's days where, like, I go to work and I clock in. It's like, man, is this all that I'm doing? Is this just what I do? Is like this, like, what else? Yes, you're going to have moments like that. You're allowed to have moments like that. But you got to snap yourself out of those moments and realize, dude, it's going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's going to happen. You just have to be patient. Be patient and wait for the right moment to strike. When that opportunity comes, hey, take it. If you're really serious, take it. Don't wait. You know? So ask yourself, man, if you are a narcissist, can you leap back? Can you cross back over? That should be the ending question. If you are a narcissist, are you able to cross back over? And if you are a victim, are you able to become a survivor? And both answers are very simple. Yes. Yes, you can. It's easier than you make it out to be. It's not easy, but at the same time, it is. And it's worth it. You know? It is so worth it. When you better yourself, it doesn't matter how you do it. Whether you get something, you get something new in your life, you lose 50 pounds, or you get a new job, or you finally ask the girl out that you've been looking at for like God knows how long, and like you finally making things happen. When you're finally making things happen, man, that feels good. And all that hard work that came into it, you're going to forget about it. I mean, you're not going to entirely forget about it because it was hard as hell, but you're going to forget how hard it was, and you're going to realize how worth it is and how worth it was. Like, dude, this was so worth it. For real. Yeah, basically, if you do dumb things will happen to you. Stupid decisions, or our decision. Your conscience, man. That's bruh. We've all seen Pinocchio, man. Like, come on. When he didn't listen to his conscience, what happened to him? That was who Jiminy Cricket was. It was a conscience. You don't listen to your conscience. Well, hey. I always tell people. I tell my nieces this whenever I get a chance to talk to them. I tell them, like, you know what? Whatever you do, whatever you decide to do in this life, you do it with a clear conscience. Because if you have any kind of regret or conflict before you even jump to making the decision, guess what? You're already gonna fail. If you regretting it before you even do it, that's God telling you, like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing this. That's your conscience telling you that you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, come on. If I look at a crack pipe and I say, you know what? This could hurt me. This could really destroy me. But I still smoke it. That's my fault now. Come on. Because I already had conflict before I even hit it. Now, guess what? Now I'm a crackhead. Great. Now I'm the one in the corner. Joe Rogan, you crazy. Now that's me. Great. Awesome. Just saying, listen to your conscience, man. Just don't be a fool. And overall, just be smart. Be tough. Because in this world, you have to be. And thrive to survive. There's so many benefits to being a survivor. Because nobody looks up to a victim. Well, people look up to play victims, because victims nowadays, I mean, they're very easy to disguise themselves as survivors. I'm like, let me tell you, like, they really are. I mean, hell, okay, so you survived a situation where you were abused and this, and that, and now you're just trying to turn your trauma into profit. I'm sorry, I can't get behind that. I don't respect that. It's called trauma for a reason. It's not something that you really want to keep going back to. Like, why would you want to do that? That makes no fucking sense at all. We've been through trauma. My mom's been through trauma. I've been through trauma and this shit that like I don't want to go back to that. Why I want to keep talking about it? Why would I want to do that? Even if it does work, it can make you some money, man. Write a book that can make you some money. No, no. What? Why? I'm past that. Get past it. And move on to something better. That's it. You know? The victims. Stop. Just, bruh. Stop being a victim. That's all. Yes, when you leave this, yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I couldn't agree more on that. Leave this world, try to leave it as a better place than it was before you got it. Dude, real talk. Real talk, man. Serious. Try to make a lasting impression, man. Everyone's goal. I feel like all of us are trying to solidify some kind of legacy, whether you have kids or not. You want to leave some kind of legacy behind. You want to be remembered when you passed on. How you be remembered, that's up to you as well. So ask yourself, do you want to be remembered as the boy who cried wolf? Or do you want to be remembered as the knight who slayed the dragon? Which one do you want to be? You want to be the peasant that's crying and screaming how we're not gonna make it, or you want to be the dragon slayer? You slayed the proverbial dragon that was all your trauma, all your problems. All your problems. You want to be that person. You want to be that slayer. You want to be that person. You want to conquer your problems, conquer your trauma, conquer your depression, conquer all that. You know? Things were, yeah. Anybody can claim, everybody can say. It's real easy to say, like, yeah, I'm a survivor. Real easy. Anybody can say one thing. I can sit right here and say that I'm the best fighter in the world. Who have I fought? Huh? I could say that right now, and guess what? The right person might listen to that and say, okay, prove it. Well, now I got to eat my words. Because you say you do too much of this. It's real easy to say something. Proving it is another thing. You can say you're a survivor, but what are you doing to show it? Nothing. Or you could be doing something. Think about it. So, like I said before, if you're a narcissist, ask yourself, can you cross back to being an empath? And if you're a victim, can you truly become a survivor? And both those answers are yes. Yes, you can. You know, hey, just overall, just make use of the time that's given to you. But yeah, so that was my little rant session. I'm gonna go ahead and end this now because I'm hungry. So yeah, everybody that watched, thank you for checking this out. I'm also go check out my secondary channel, Eric the Voice. I left the link in the description. That's more of like my little self-motivation type channel, just getting on there saying positive shit from now, every now and again, just lift people's spirits, get the day started. So yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in to tonight's episode of Let's Talk. And as usual, stay healthy, stay safe. Just try to be the best version of yourself. However you good are, you're good today, be great tomorrow. Simple as that. So I'm gonna close it at that. This has been Eric from AFNB Pictures. Thank you once again. And always remember, AFNB, always forward, never back.